What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scoop on the U. We are back with another recruit interview. We have got a fantastic, very, very, very high upside running back / athlete coming out of Chaminade High School in Florida. He's getting offers from some of the biggest dogs across the nation and some of the biggest dogs down south. Bama, Georgia, Miami, FSU, they're all hot on his tail right now. This is Derrek Cooper from Chaminade Madonna Prep in Florida.
How y'all doing, guys?
What's up, Derrek? How you doing, bro?
Doing great.
Thanks for taking the time to jump on here and let fans get a little more familiar with you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
So, man, I always like to start off with what's your current height and weight right now?
Okay, so I will measure in 6'1", 195, close to 200.
Is that your comfortable playing weight?
Yeah, it's comfortable, yeah.
What's been the focus for you this off season, to kind of take your game to the next level?
So as you know, I transferred over from Cardinal Gibbons to Chaminade, so I'm getting, used to the plays, the players, the coaches, learning the way how they do things. So that's been my main focus, getting in the weight room, getting faster and stronger.
Are you working with any trainers, or are you just working with the coaches at the high school?
I'm working with a trainer right now. I've been training with him since I was 8. His IG is Champion Fitness Circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Got you. So what's the focus been in the weight room for you this off season? Where have you wanted to add a little strength to?
I'll say probably my upper body because, as a running back, I have, people say I have huge thighs and like huge quads. So, I've been focusing on my upper body.
When you're looking up at, the best of the best college running backs you admire, the best NFL running backs you admire, when they get to that elite level status, what do you feel takes or what makes them an elite level status running back? What is needed mentally and physically to get to that level that you feel?
Mentally be able to, break on the second, the second phase of running the ball. So, getting to the linebackers and getting to the secondary, making moves, having clear vision to get to the end zone.
Do you think that there's any physical traits that especially can help out at running back? Because we see a wide variety of running backs. We see tall running backs with success, short running backs with success. What do you think in terms of the physical aspect is important? Is it power? Is it burst? What's the most important there?
It's a combination of power and burst because you want to break away power, to stop the linebackers from tackling you from lower body, breaking those chop tackles, hurdling and burst so you can get to the end zone quicker and break away from the second.
I noticed one thing, man. You break tackles already, man. That ain't no problem for you. Want to talk to you. So you played quite a few other sports besides football, haven't you?
Yeah, right.
How many sports do you play?
3 in total, including football, track and field, and basketball.
Okay. What other sports have you played?
Other sports I ran track. Oh, other sports?
Yeah.
Those are the 3 only sports I played.
Oh, okay. How do you feel basketball helps you on the football field?
So, as a running back, as a receiving running back, also you can go 5 wide. You can shake up, linebackers. So having the ability to have crossovers in basketball transforms to like making moves on linebackers and DBs, nickels.
And what do you perform in track and field?
The 100, 200, long jump, and 4x1.
And has that just helped you overall with your long distance speed and short distance burst?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
What gets you most excited on game day? Is it pre-game, stuff you go through, or is there anything that specifically happens on game day that really gets you hyped up?
Be able to get to the locker room, my guys, get hyped for the game, talk about what we're going to do before the game. Just those things before the game. It's pre-game mostly.
Derrek, if you had to describe your game to somebody who's never seen your film and never seen you play live, how would you describe your game to them?
I'll describe my game as able to slow down the game. Read when I'm at safety. Read what they're gonna do. Break on stuff. As a running back, read the field. Read the linebackers. What are they? Are they blitzing? I can help my quarterback check. Those things.
We spoke about kind of what we felt makes running backs elite. Which of the running backs are you looking up to, maybe at the the highest levels in college or highest levels in the NFL, and why are you looking at those running backs?
I looked up to Barry Sanders, Duke Johnson, Derrick Henry, all those type of running backs.
Is there a specific reason why Derrick Henry how does he fit into your mold of game?
As like a tall, big running back, he's like
Yep.
me. I'm like him, really. He's 6'3", 2 something, big
Yep.
running back, but he's able to break away from defenders, create separation, run people over. Just like he fits my game. I fit his game like perfect.
That's why I brought it up, man, because I want fans to be aware of that's the style of player you are, and that's kind of how the type of running back you are. And I'm glad to see that you are looking up. It's always a great move. When you got game week film study versus opponents, let's just focus on the defensive line right now. When you're first sitting down and you're getting ready to study your opponent, what are some of the first things you're looking for that you can take advantage of on the defensive line?
So as I'm looking at film, studying with my running back coaches, we're seeing how they able to move, what tech they're in, 3 tech, those things. Seeing if they bull rush a lot, they use their moves, see what they do, see if they're not if they're, what's the word I'm looking for? If they're disciplined, say
Yeah.
hut 1, hut 2, we watch if they're disciplined or not. If they're disciplined, those type of things.
From last season coming into this season, what do you feel that you have learned the most from last season? As you look back at it and stuff, what do you feel that you've learned the most going forward now?
What I learned the most is I'm able to play multiple positions at a certain amount of time. I could play offense and defense. I just started to learn that, and my coach has been telling me now they're gonna use me this year for offense and defense. So I'm getting ready for that.
That's great to hear, man. Versatility is always a big deal now in football. Always. Well, man, I want to get into recruiting a little bit here with you. Congratulations on that Bama offer. I saw you got that Bama offer. That's always big, man. Always big.
Appreciate it.
So you say you have about 15 offers right now? Yeah?
Yeah, 15.
Okay. What schools, I know, being 2026, there's some limitations at certain times, but, what schools have been showing you love?
The schools that have been showing me love are Miami, FSU, Alabama, USC. I don't have that offer yet, but I'm soon going to get that. What else? Georgia. What else? Penn State, Louisville. Those type of schools been showing me love recently.
You were at Miami last month on unofficial? Yeah?
Right. Yeah.
How did that whole experience go? What were you able to get into down there?
It was amazing, man. I was in practice. Their intensity. I saw Zaquan Patterson, the new safety, came from Chaminade. He smacked somebody in the red zone, made him fumble. It was a huge, it was good. It was great. The energy was there.
When it comes time, you got a little bit of time, of course, but when it comes time to choosing that college that's going to fit you the best, what are some of the factors that stick out to you that are really important?
Relationship with coaches. Are they going to get me able playing time? Develop me to play at a bigger stage. I'm huge on development because that's a key thing to get to play to the next level.
Yep.
So those things.
A while back, head coach Cristobal had made mention that he wants young players to get into Miami and get on the field and earn snaps. Actually, earn those snaps and get that playing time. Is that a factor for you, is getting in there and earning those snaps and getting on the field as early as possible while still developing?
Yes, I want nothing given to me. I want to earn everything.
That's what I love to hear, man. That's what I love to hear. Coach Cristobal, being the head coach and also being an offensive line coach, knowing that he's got a main focus on that offensive line, which helps you an awful lot as a running back. Does that appeal to you as well, knowing that your head coach is going to be focusing on the unit that's going to break holes open for you?
Yeah, that's amazing, man. He's a great, Coach Chris Ball is a great head coach. I got to talk to him some. He said he really wants me. He's going to continue to watch me, recruit me, and all those type of things.
What other coaches have you had a chance to speak with at Miami so far?
Him, Coach Dub, the DC coach. Him, I got sat down with him. The running back coach, those type of coaches, those coaches.
Okay. While you were down there at Miami, and around campus or around any of that stuff, did anything stick out that was kind of like, wow, like I'm kind of cool?
Oh yeah, the living. I seen the apartments.
Yeah.
We were driving around. They had like grass. They had volleyball, beach volleyball thing. It was just like a cool area.
Yeah, it's a really chill vibe down there at the campus. I'm always big into leadership at positions. I'm really, really big into leadership. How do you like to show your, you coming up and stuff, earning that leadership from your, the respect from your teammates, while you work your way up? What kind of leader do you want to be for your teammates? Do you want to be a vocal leader, or do you want to lead by action, or a little bit of mix of both?
With me, I used to be a little quiet, but my coaches told me, you gotta lead the team. This is gonna be your team now, so you gotta lead the team. Speak up. So I'm learning those things right now.
Okay. When your last snap is done in high school and you've played your final game, your final snap, the final scores up on the board, what do you want your high school legacy to be remembered as?
The kid that came from nothing all the way to a big time 5-star.
Perfect, man. Perfect. At this point in the interview, what I like to do is I like to give recruits a chance to kind of show some love to people who've helped them out along the way. Parents, coaches, trainers. Feel free to show anybody some love, whoever you want to.
My mother is the main one. It's been grind with her. Every time I didn't want to go to practice, she made me get up to go to practice. Training, workouts, especially the coach I mentioned earlier, Coach Champion Fitness Circle. His name is Coach Snoop. I've been training him since I was 8. He's been getting me better. I was just with him today, actually, working on my track. Who else? My stepdad, he's a big factor too. My brother, my sisters, all of them.
Got you. Where can people find you on social media? Go ahead and plug your social media accounts.
Instagram, D1 Derrek with 3 Ks. Twitter, Derrek Cooper 80. And yeah, those are the main things I use.
Okay. And just in general, in regards to football, what's next for you? Is it just more training, or do you have anything else planned?
It's more training, and I have probably a couple visits, couple camps I want to attend in the summer.
Great. Well, man, I got 2 more questions for you here. This question here, it's a 3-word question, and I want to know what these 3 words mean to Derrek Cooper. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to Derrek Cooper?
Well, no, I can't say too much. It means everything to me. I grew up a big Miami fan too, so it's that they're definitely in the mix of where I want to go. But it's still an early process for me.
Yeah,
going through with my family.
I respect it. The last question I got for you here tonight, man, I'll let you get on with your night. It's a question I ask everybody that comes on the show, trainers, coaches, ADs, current players, recruits. Everyone gets the same last question on here, man. Why do you love the game of football? What makes you want to go out and compete on the highest level on a weekly basis?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've been playing football since 3 years old. I even know how to get in the stands at 3. But I always grew up loving it because, my older siblings used to play. People around me used to play. I just grew up with it. Came out the just loving football.
Sounds like you were kind of just bred for it, bro.
All right.
You were made for that. Well, Matt, Derrek, I truly appreciate you taking this time to jump on here and let fans get a little more familiar with you. It with you being a 2026 player, I definitely want to stay in contact with you, have you back on in the future so we can update fans about your development, your recruitment, all that kind of stuff, you know. But other than that, man, thank you for taking the time to jump on here and let the fans get more familiar with you. I greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. This is an opportunity.
Hey, man, anytime, man. You have yourself a great rest of your night and have a great rest of your off season. And like I said, we'll stay in touch.
All right.
All right, guys, that is one of, at least in my opinion, one of the premier 2026 running backs in the nation, not just in the state of Florida, but in the nation. Special ability already. The natural God-given traits are already amazing. I mean, like he talks about the thick thighs, the being able to run through tackles, all that stuff has come naturally. He's working on the upper body now, which is really going to give him the full package of physical strength that all running backs are looking for. He's got the burst, he's got the knowledge, and he's got the on-field IQ. That's one thing I notice when I'm watching his film. Derrek Cooper has absolutely got amazing on-field IQ to locate lanes. He almost sees things before they even happen. His great patience, but also ready to be bursting right through the lane as soon as it's available. He doesn't wait too long. He doesn't let guys get back there and screw everything up. He knows exactly when to take off. So I'd say the timing as well as the instincts are just incredible already for him as a 2026 running back. Thank you guys for joining us for another recruit interview at the Scoop on the U. We'll be back with another one soon. Have a great night.